Hi, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be showing you all of my favorite makeup brushes that I use every day. So I guess let's get started. Alright, so I'll just be going by like my makeup routine, so we'll start with like foundation and everything and go up to where I finish, I guess. So to start off with foundation, I typically use either my Morphe M439 brush. It's good, it's super dense, so it's good to like pack on your foundation. I find that it gives you more coverage than like a beauty sponge if you pack it on rather than like swirl it or like paint it on, kind of, I guess. So you just pack it on like this, like you would a beauty blender, but with the dense brush, this picks up less like product than a beauty blender would. So I like to go with this when I have like blemishes or my skin's breaking out. So, but when I am using a sponge, I use my Real Techniques beauty sponge. This is really dirty, so please don't judge. This is also what I use for my concealer every day. So I use like this side for my foundation, and then I flip it over and use this side for my concealer. And now into powders, I use this, also Real Techniques beauty sponge. I use this to bake under my eyes. And then for the rest of my face, I go ahead and use my Real Techniques. It is called the powder brush. I think like on the packaging it says Total Powder Brush or something like that. It's just this nice, really big, fluffy brush. It's really good to pick up like loose powder and set your face with. Next, I use this brush for my bronzer. It's an Ulta brush. It's a bronzer brush. I recently got this one. I used to just use my powder brush for my powder and my bronzer, but I decided I should probably stop doing that because I had to clean my brush more often because I was using it more than I would if I was just using two different brushes. So I have this one. I really like this one because you can either like use the side of it to like get the powder on like this, or you can use the tip of it to like swirl it around and blend it out. Next, I use this Nanette Lepore brush. It is called the Blush or All Over Face brush. This is the one I use for blush. It has like a nice little tapered end to it, so it's good to like pack your blush on your cheekbone. This one I got at Marshall's. It was either Marshall's or TJ Maxx. I mean, same thing, but this one obviously I got at Ulta. This I got at Target, as well as the beauty blenders I got from Target. Well, the beauty sponges, my bad. And then my Morphe brush, I got on Amazon. I'm sure you could probably get it. I think Ulta sometimes carries Morphe brushes, and I actually don't think Sephora does, but you can order on the Morphe website, but I went and did it on Amazon because I got it shipped to my house a lot faster, because otherwise I would have had to wait like a few weeks, and I have Amazon Prime, so I only had to wait a day or two, so I just did it on that. Next are my highlighter brushes. So I use both of these. It just depends on the packaging of the highlighter. So if it's like a little circle one, I'm going to use this because it just fits in the packaging better. I don't like either one of these more. It just depends on the packaging. These are EcoTools brushes. They came in a set, so they're like matching brushes. They came in a highlighter set, so I got that at Target. All of these, for the most part, are like really affordable, so I'll leave them in the description bar below, linked down there, just in case you want to shop them. But for the most part, I think they're all really affordable. The most expensive one might have been the bronzer brush from Ulta, but the other one's for the most part a drugstore, except for the Morphe one, but that's still cheap. Alright, now we are going to go into my eyeshadow brushes. So these three are all BH Cosmetics brushes. I got them in a little set. It came with a few more. Like it came with, let me just find out the ones it came with. So it came with all of these. I don't use them all. Like these two I really never use, so I don't really talk about those. But these ones I use pretty much every day. Alright, so this one is not really that soft. It feels kind of like rough, and it kind of feels like you're stabbing yourself when you use it, but I just get over that. All the other ones are soft, it's just this one that isn't. So I typically, to prime my eyes before I put eyeshadow on, I use concealer, and then I set it with my Airspun powder. And so this is what I use to set my primer. So that's why it doesn't really matter that it's like not soft, because I'm literally just putting loose powder over it. But I use this because it's like so fluffy and it makes it easy to just put a whole bunch of powder on. This one, oh, and this is the BH Cosmetics 101 brush. This is the 102 brush. And this one I use when I'm doing color correcting. You could use it as a concealer brush, but I use it when I'm color correcting, so I just put it on like the spots that I'm correcting, and then I'll blend it out with like a beauty blender. Or if I have a foundation that is like in a container without a little squeezy pump, this is also what I use. I'll dig it out and then like apply it to my face like that. This is another one I don't use all that often, but I really like this one. And these are all, like these last four have been a set that I got, and I probably got it on Amazon. It must have been like $10 or something, which isn't that bad. Alright, this next one is the BH Cosmetics 103 brush. It's my favorite brush to just pack on shadows. So it's what I use every day for like my shimmer color, because most days I use a shimmer color on my lid, and this is the brush that I use for it. I just really like it for that. And this is the BH Cosmetics 105 brush, the last one I'm going to talk about in that little set. It's just a nice little pencil brush. I use it to like pack color in my outer V, so I can get like the eyeshadow where I want it, like exactly. I have this pencil brush also, but it's just so much bigger, and I find that I like this one because my eyelid's not that big, so having a huge pencil brush doesn't really benefit me. And I also have this one, but it's really hard, so this one just wins out. Next is this brush. It doesn't have a brand on it, and I don't know what brush it is. I just got it in a set off Amazon, but it is my favorite blending brush. I use it for everything. Like, you can put color on the eye with it, I blend with it. I pretty much do everything with this brush. I love it so much. Next is this Luxie 249 brush. It's a double-ended brush. Here, let's get that one out of the way. It's a double-ended brush. I think I got it from a BoxyCharm. I either got it from a BoxyCharm or an Ipsy package. I don't really use this side very much. Sometimes I use it to like blend out my under eye eyeshadow. But this one I use all the time because it's like a smaller blending brush. It's a lot smaller than my normal one. Okay, not a lot smaller, but it's a good amount smaller than my normal one. So I like to use this one if I'm like just blending out a specific color in my crease. And lastly, this is a little Sigma brush. I think it's Sigma. I don't know, it doesn't say on it, so I'm pretty sure it's Sigma. It's just this nice little packing brush. This is the brush that I use to put to highlight my inner corner of my brow bone. I also use it to put the eyeshadow underneath of my eye. but usually just for my inner corner and my brow bone. Alright, I think that is all for the brushes that I use. As I said before, I will leave them all listed in the description below if I can find links for them, like the Amazon package. I don't know if I'll be able to find a link for, but I will try. And that is all for this video. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you in my next one. Bye.